So Jacqueline, right, is your first name, and can you tell us your last name too?
Kwesiga.
Okay.
Kwesiga.
Can you spell that for us?
Kwesiga.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And you're from Uganda?
Yeah, I'm from Uganda.
What do you do in Uganda?
I work in a laboratory. I work in a predominantly food microbiology laboratory under the Uganda National Bureau of Standards.
Okay.
I head the lab and I'm a principal analyst.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what brings you to MSU?
Well, I'm here to do a regulator's course I'm doing a regulator's course in how to assess dossiers for food and feed safety assessment for GM crops. Yeah.
Now, and you're here for the week, right?
Yeah,
So
just
it's
the
a
week.
Monday,
Yeah.
Wednesday.
I was here. I came on. When did I come on? Sunday, was it? No, Saturday,
Yeah,
and I'll be
trip.
leaving on Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're here to learn more about the risk assessment
Yeah.
associated with GM
Yeah.
crops.
Yeah. With special emphasis on the food and feed safety assessment, because I'm also on the National Biosafety Committee back in Uganda. Yeah. And I'm also a food scientist by training. Yeah.
And you've been to MSU before?
Yes, I have been in 2006, where I prepared the original text of a manual for the data analysis for food and feed safety assessments for GM food crops. It was subsequently reviewed, but then I prepared the original text. I can show you a copy later on if you'd like.
that would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so
If you
we
want.
don't have to go into too much detail there. But I guess the big point for me is, food safety is top of mind for people around the world.
Yeah.
What do you hope to achieve by coming here to MSU to learn more about assessing the risk that's involved, because I think that's where a lot of the concern comes from in the public's mind.
Yeah, particularly for GM foods, because like in Uganda, this is we do a lot of GM crop growing, but it's only for research purposes. We've not done any commercial releases yet because there is no law in place. So this knowledge would help. Once the law was put into place, it would help one assess a dossier fully for the food and feed safety part of it, to ensure that for whichever crops that we've done research for and which we will eventually do commercial release for when the bill is passed, that we've done a proper food and feed safety assessment. That they start to rule out risks of maybe toxicity, allergenicity, to allay any fears that the public may have. Yeah. Yeah.
What crops are being researched in Uganda?
There's
For GM?
Potato. These are all confined field trial stage for research purposes. There's potato, both sweet and the other one. We call it Irish, but I know you just call it potato. And the French, the one with the French fries.
Oh, sweet potato fry.
The one where you make the French fries. The one that has the Victoria and the Desiree, the potatoes. There is the sweet potato, but then there is the one where you make the French fries.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. We call it Irish. Okay, in my local, we call it Irish potato, but I know you just call it potato. Yeah, but you see, for us, we have to differentiate it from the other, the sweet variety.
Okay.
So both potato types, then rice, then maize, what else? Cassava. What other? Cassava, banana.
Okay.
Yeah. What other? What else? 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 What else I think that's mainly it.
Mainly it.
Yeah.
About how long do you think how much time before some of those may be released?
It depends. It will actually depend on when. The only thing that is stopping the release until for commercial purposes is because there is no bill yet in place.
Okay.
The Parliament has not yet enacted a bill.
Okay.
Yeah, to be able to regulate. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the moment, regulation is only limited to research.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is obviously what you're learning here is very important
Yes,
to
yes,
take
yes,
home.
yes. Because eventually, when the bill, because we do anticipate the bill to be released, maybe to be passed, maybe this year.
Okay.
So it will enable one to do a full assessment on the GM crop prior to its release. At the moment, it's only limited to things like maybe reproductive isolation distance, maybe the environmental factors.
Oh,
But we don't do the food and feed safety.
Not the health.
Yeah. Sorry?
Not the health.
No, not the health.
Right.
We focus mainly on the environmental to make sure that there's no release into the surrounding areas because it's not permitted.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're thinking that the bill may be passed?
It should be passed this year because, the president supports it, and it's up to him to convince his members of parliament, the MPs. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, but he has given his support. He has openly shown that he supports it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So I don't think it has a long way to go. Hopefully. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's a lot of research being done.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've got a lot of in Uganda, I know in Ethiopia there's malnutrition. And
we have diseases. And now, like for the potato, I've been involved in its inspection. The other potato, the one that she makes the French fries, the Victoria and the Desiree. It was genetically engineered to fight late blight.
Okay.
Yeah, late blight. But when you grow the transgenic potato under control, the difference is so obvious. It is so obvious. It is so obvious what genetic transformation can do. Even the local farming community, they were invited. I remember they were invited to come and see the results, and they were absolutely stunned, and they were like, "Why can't we have this right now?"
Yeah.
Because it is on a variety. It's on the transformation was done on a variety that is preferred by the farmers because it makes tasty potato crisps. Yeah, and it's easy to cook, and it has so many other advantages. So you could see that the difference was so great between the transformed and the non-transformed. Yeah, it's so obvious. Anyone who just walked into the field would tell.
Right.
Yeah.
An untrained person.
Yes, an untrained person. Yeah, so obviously it would bring a lot of benefits in terms of fighting diseases. Also, we have things like drought tolerant, like the rice. The type of rice that we are growing, the genetically transformed rice, is rice that has been genetically transformed to grow in soils that have been depleted of nitrogen. Because you see in Africa, the farmers use the plot of land over and over again, and gradually it gets depleted of nitrogen. Right. So with this type of rice variety, when you grow it, it obviously gives high yields even when the soils have been depleted of nitrogen. So such would make an impact, a really positive impact on the farmers. So and we can all see it, and so can the farmers. Yeah, so.
And probably a lot less environmental impacts as well, right? So in terms of not having to use as many insecticides or
for the BT and the DT. We even have the BT and DT, the stack genes as well. Yeah, so all those. The experiments are successful. The experiments for research purposes are very successful. Yeah, their success is quite high. Very high, not even quite. I should not say quite. It's very high. You can see that the results are obvious. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's really it. If there's anything else you could think of about the course.
About the course,
and the importance of the course?
Well,
and why you're here?
it's building capacity.
Mhm.
It's building capacity. Of course, I'm a regulator. I'm on the National Biosafety Committee. So it's eventually when the bill is passed, I should be able to carry out a food and feed safety assessment together with my other colleagues on any crop to ensure that, so that we can allay the public's fears, whatever fears there may be, before the crop is released for commercial purposes.
Great.